Good morning, everyone. Today we shall continue the chapter Metals and Non-Metals. In previous class, we shall discuss about the importance of how metals reacts with acids, reaction of metals with salt solution, reactivity series of metals, how do metals and non-metals react, formation of sodium chloride and magnesium chloride molecule, ionic compounds and properties of ionic compounds. Today we shall discuss about the importance of occurrence of metals. Some metals like gold, silver, platinum are found in the free state in the earth crust because they are least reactive. Most metals are found as oxides, carbonates, sulfides, halides, etc. So, what do you mean by minerals? So, minerals are elements or compounds which occur naturally inside the earth crust. Minerals are elements or compounds in which naturally occur inside the earth crust. So here ore is the mineral from which metals can be extracted profitably. So ore is one of the mineral from which metals can be extracted profitably. And goes in the impurities present in the ore like rock particles, sand particles and clay particles. Here ganj is the impurities present in the ore like rock particles, sand particles, clay particles. See how extraction of metals from their ores. So let us see about that. Metals are extracted from their ores in their three main steps. They are concentration of the ore or enrichment of the ore, reduction of the metal, refining or purification of the metal. So concentration of the ore. So here concentration of the ores means is the removal of ganj or impurities from the ore by different methods. Here concentration of the ores means removal of ganj or impurities from the ore by different methods. Here several steps are involved in the extraction of pure metal from ores. So here a summary of these steps is you have to see that extraction of metals in the activity series. Extraction of metals low in the activity series. Metals which are low in the activity series can be reduced to the metals by heating the presence of oxygen or roasting. Metals which are low in the activity series can be reduced to the metals by heating in the presence of oxygen in the form of roasting. For example, mercury. Mercury is the ore is obtained from its ore cinnabar. So by heating in the presence of oxygen. So mercury is obtained from its ore or cinnabar by heating in the presence of oxygen. So here cinnabar is the ore of mercury. Cinnabar is the ore of mercury. So when it is heated in the presence of oxygen, it is first converted into mercuric oxide, and further its heating it is reduced to mercury. Further it is heating it is reduced to mercury. So when mercury is the cinnabar is an ore of mercury. When it is heated in air, it is first converted into mercuric oxide. So mercuric oxide is turned and reduced to mercury on further heating. So see this equation. So when mercury sulfate reacts with oxygen, so it forms mercuric oxide and oxygen. So mercuric oxide when mercuric oxide is heated, it gives mercury and oxygen. Similarly, copper, which is found as cupric sulfate in nature, can be obtained from its ore by just heating in air. So copper is obtained from its sulfide ore. So by heating in the presence of oxygen. So in the presence of oxygen, when copper is heated, so here cupric oxide and sulfur dioxide is formed. When cupric oxide reacts with copper sulfate, here copper and sulfur dioxide is formed. And extraction of metals in the middle of the activity series. So metals in the middle of the activity series like zinc, iron, lead are found as oxide, sulfide or carbonate ores. So it is easier to obtain metals from their oxides than from their sulfides or carbonates. So non-oxide ores are converted into oxides formed before reduction. Non-oxide ores can be converted into oxide formed by roasting or calcination. Metals in the middle activity series like iron, zinc, lead, copper are moderately reactive. They are usually present as sulfides or carbonates in nature. It is easier to obtain a metal from its oxides as compared to its sulfides and carbonates. So, the metal sulfides and carbonates must be converted into metal oxides. The sulfide ores are converted into oxides by strongly heating in the presence of excess ore. So, this process is known as roasting. The carbonate ores are changed into oxides by strongly heated in limited ore. So, this process is as calcination. The chemical reaction that takes place during roasting and calcination of zinc ores can be shown as follows. In the presence of oxygen, when zinc sulfate is heated, here zinc oxide and sulfur dioxide is formed. So when zinc carbonate is when zinc carbonate is heated, here zinc oxide and carbon dioxide gas is formed. And then thermit reaction. So sometimes reactive metals like sodium, calcium, aluminium, etc. are used as reducing agents to obtain metals from their oxides. Sometimes reactive metals. So which metals are reactive here? Sodium, calcium and aluminium are the reactive metals. So these reactive metals are used as reducing agents to obtain metals from their oxides. When manganese dioxide reacts with aluminium, here manganese aluminium oxide and aluminum oxide is formed. The reaction between metal oxide and aluminium is highly exothermic and the metals are obtained in molten state. Such reactions are called thermit reaction. Here question is arise. What do you mean by thermit reaction? So this question is very important in your examination. Here question is arise in your examination. What do you mean by thermit reaction? The reaction between metal oxides and aluminium is highly exothermic and the metals are obtained in molten state. Such reactions are called thermic reactions. The reaction between iron oxide and aluminium produces molten iron. So this reaction is used to join rail tracks, broken machine parts, etc. And ferric oxide reacts with aluminium. Here aluminium oxide and iron is separated. The reaction between iron oxide and aluminium produces the molten iron. So this reaction is used to join rally tracks, broken machine parts. And then extraction of metals at the top of the activity series. Extraction of metals at the top of the activity series. How the metals are extracted at the top of the series? So let us see about that. Here metals at the top of the activity series like sodium, potassium, calcium, aluminium, etc. It cannot be obtained from their ore by simple heating or by heating with reducing agents. So they are obtained by electrolytic reduction of their molten chlorides. Metals at the top of the activity series like potassium, sodium, calcium, aluminium cannot be obtained from their ore by simple heating or by heating with reducing agents. So they are obtained by electrolytic reductions of their molten chlorides. For example, when electric current is passed through molten sodium chloride, sodium metal is deposited at the cathode and the chlorine is deposited at the anode. When electric current is passed through the sodium chloride, sodium metal is deposited at the cathode and the chlorine gas is deposited at the anode. So here positively charged particles are called anode, negatively charged particles are called cathode. So here you have to see that anode and the cathode. Here positively charged particles are called anode and negatively charged particles are called anode. And then refining of metals. Refining of metals. The removal here refining of metals means the removal of impurities from the metal to obtain the pure metal is called refining of metal. Here what do you mean by refining of metals? The removal of impurities from the metal to obtain the pure metal is called refining of metals. The most common method for refining of metals is electrolytic refining. So you have to discuss in the first chapter the types of chemical decomposition. So here electrolytic decomposition reaction. The metals what do you mean by electrolytic decomposition reaction? The reaction in which say electricity is carried out. So that's the reaction is called electrolytic decomposition reaction. So here the most common method for refining of metals is electrolytic refining. So in this method, a black of the impure metal is made the anode and the thin sheet of the pure metal is made the cathode. Observe this figure. Here in the method, a black of the impure metal is made the anode and a thin sheet of the pure metal is made the cathode. The electrolyte is a salt solution of the metal to be purified. For example, in the electrolytic refining of copper, a black of impure copper is made the anode and thin sheet of pure copper is made the cathode. The electrolyte is acidified copper sulfate solution. When electric current is passed through the electrolyte, pure copper from the anode is deposited at the cathode and the impurities settle down as the anode mud. So very important in your examination. So what do you mean by refining of metals? So here in the electrolytic refining of copper, a black impure copper is made the anode and the thin sheet of pure copper is made the cathode. The electrolyte is acidified copper sulfate solution. When electric current is passed through the electrolyte, pure copper from the anode is deposited at the cathode and the impurities are settled down as a anode mud. And then corrosion. So you have studied about that the first chapter, chemical reactions and equation. So here corrosion means, so you know that what do you mean by corrosion? Here once again recall it. Here corrosion means when a metal is attacked by a substance around it such as moisture acid, so it is said to be corrode and this process is called corrosion. Here corrosion means when a metal is attacked by substances around it such as moisture acids, so it is said to corrode and this process is called corrosion. The black coating on silver and the green coating of copper are the examples of corrosion. So here know that corrosion is damaged to cause the metals due to the reaction of metals with oxygen, moisture, carbon dioxide, etc. Here, for example, formation of brown coating of rust over iron. When iron is rust, it's on the surface of the iron, here brown coating is formed, and then formation of green coating of basic carbonate over copper. So here when the green coating on copper, so when copper is rust, so it's formed on the surface of the copper, here green coating layer is formed, and then formation of black coating of silver sulfide over silver, formation of black coating of silver. When silver is corroded, here on the surface of the silver, here black coating is formed. So are the examples of the corrosion. So to show that air and moistures are necessary for the rusting of iron. So how to know that? Here the iron is rust, here air and moistures are necessary for the rusting of iron. Here take, so we know that with the help of the experiment. Take 3 test tubes, mark 1, 2, 3 and put iron nails in each of them. So observe this figure. So put some anhydrous calcium chloride in test tube 1 and absorb moisture. Some pure boiled distilled water in test tube 2 and pour some oil over it to prevent air into the test tube. Pour some water in a test tube 3. Cork the test tube and leave them for a few days. So the nail is test tube 1 does not get rusted because it had only air and no water. The nails in the test tube 2 does not rust because it had only water, do not air. The nails in test tube 3 gets rusted because it had air and water. So how rustings are formed? So here rusting is formed when it's air and water both are present. So then the iron is rusted. So then we know that here iron is rusted. So iron cannot rust only in water or only in air. So iron are rust in both the iron and water. And prevention of corrosion. How to prevent of corrosion? So corrosion of metals can be prevented by applying oil or grease on the surface of the metals, or applying paint, by galvanization or coating with zinc, by tanning or coating with a tin, by electroplating or coating a less reactive metal like chromium on the surface of the metals, you are coating a less reactive metals like chromium, by alloying or making alloys. So you know that alloy is a homogeneous mixture of metals with other metals or non-metals, or alloy is a homogeneous mixture of both metals and non-metals. For example, steel, iron, carbon, stainless steel, iron, carbon, cobalt, nickel, brass, copper, zinc, bronze, copper, tin. When these metals are combined and to form a new metal, so you not identify that. So here the different types of metals are combined in it. So these both all are it can be an equal. So this is because it is an homogeneous mixture. Steel, iron, copper, carbon, stainless steel, iron, carbon, cobalt and nickel, brass, copper, zinc, bronze, copper, tin. Okay dear students, today we shall discuss about the importance of extraction of occurrence of metals, extraction of metals from their ores in the low reactivity and middle activity, and thermit reaction and extraction of metals at the top of the activity series, refining of metals, corrosion. So how to prevent the rusting of iron and prevention of corrosion and alloy. Okay, thank you.